Amazon has gone to crap. Ooh. I like that. Amazon has gone to crap.
Amazon has gone to crap. 5 dirty tactics Amazon is using to screw sellers and raise prices. I'm going to give you a thumbs up just for the title. 419,000 subscribers. Let's see what this guy got to say. Again, title of this is 5 dirty tactics Amazon is using to screw sellers and raise prices. Let's give this guy a listen. What's the name of his channel real quick? My wife quit her job. E-commerce channel. We got to work on that. That should be shorter than that, bro. It needs to. That title needs to be shorter than what you are, because you look like you're like 5'5", and I don't even know you. All right, let's check this out. Well, first of all, let's make this show the speed. It's a short video, 1.25. All right, let's check it out. Amazon is not your friend. Let me repeat that. Amazon is not your friend.
That is the most important thing you need to understand as resellers, as sellers, as wholesalers. Amazon is not your friend. I like that.
If you're an FBA seller, you're not a partner in their ecosystem. You're a disposable resource to be exploited. And
oh, this guy is right. The first 5 sentences, I'm with this guy.
Today, we're going to break down exactly how this trillion-dollar company is systematically destroying the businesses of the very entrepreneurs it claims to support.
True.
This isn't a feel-good story. This is a wake-up call. A
what?
Wake up!
What?
Wake up!
A what?
Wake up!
Let's go.
Unfiltered breakdown of the calculated methods Amazon uses to maximize its profits while leaving sellers in the dust. We're talking about a platform that will suspend your account without warning, bury your products in search results, force you into spending more on ads, and change the rules of the game when
is he lying so far? I don't think so.
whenever it suits their bottom line. In the next few minutes, I'm going to give you an untarnished look at the brutal reality of being an Amazon FBA seller. I'll dissect the predatory algorithms, expose the hidden fees, and reveal the psychological warfare Amazon wages against its own sellers.
I like it.
But this video isn't just about pointing out problems.
Because everybody talks about how good Amazon is. This is the other side. This is the dark side. This is the dirty side. This is what we like. We need to. Sometimes this information is more important than the good information.
It's also about empowerment. By the end of this video, I'll also give you a strategic playbook to not just survive, but escape from the system that's designed to keep you trapped.
Okay.
Now, I've been selling on Amazon FBA for 10 years now, and I've generated millions of dollars from the platform.
Hey, let's go.
Once upon a time, Amazon was the go-to place to sell your stuff.
Let's go. $1 million. Let's go.
It was easy. The audience was large, and the FBA program made shipping a breeze. You could focus on marketing your business while Amazon handled the rest.
So something he said that the FBA program made shipping a breeze. The whole point of Fulfilled by Amazon was to get your products into the Amazon warehouses to make it easy and seamless. Now, it just seems like a fucking money grab with the shipping costs, the placement fee bullshit, and all the rising fees that are making a lot of this shit impossible. FBA was not designed to be a cash grab, but that's how it's being weaponized.
But in the past several years, things started to change. Fees kept going up.
Yep.
Amazon began pushing its own products,
Yep.
and their algorithms stopped making sense.
Yes.
Now, instead of being the dream marketplace it used to be, it has gone to total crap.
Yes.
Let's start with Amazon FBA. Back in the day, it was amazing. You'd send all your products to one warehouse, and Amazon would handle the rest, shipping them to the right fulfillment centers. The costs were pretty reasonable too, just a small part of your overall expenses.
Yes.
But then things started to change. Every year, Amazon raised their FBA storage rates and piled on more penalties, especially during the holidays when sales matter the most.
Yes.
Next came the inbound placement fees. Now,
Yes.
just to get your products into their warehouses, you're hit with charges ranging from 27 cents to $1.58.
That is absolute robbery. Robbery. We pay Amazon a monthly fee to sell it. We're getting penalized again. Again.
Wake up!
Some of us, listen, I woke up a long time ago when I told you guys that Amazon FBA was no longer my main bread and butter. But some of you guys need to
Wake up!
Per unit. As if that wasn't enough, Amazon dealt another blow by penalizing sellers for having both too much inventory
Yes.
and not having enough inventory in their warehouses. Hitting the exact inventory sweet spot that Amazon expects is nearly impossible and has become one of the toughest parts of running an e-commerce business. And here's the kicker. You can avoid all these fees if you switch to Amazon's warehouse and distribution, or AWD.
Convenient, right? AWD is marketed as a storage and logistics safety net for sellers.
Not really.
Instead of shipping to multiple Amazon FBA warehouses, you send everything to one central warehouse, and Amazon handles the rest, sorting, storing, and redistributing your inventory as needed. Sound familiar? Well, that's exactly how regular FBA used to work.
He's so right. That's exactly how it used to work. You used to send your FBA shipment to one warehouse, and then when you would go to look up your transfer, it would say transferring to another FBA or going to another fulfillment center. You could see it being, that's how exactly what they did.
Except now they've added extra fees for what used to be a standard service. Sure, Amazon pitches AWD as a way to save on storage costs compared to FBA. But here's the catch. They've inflated FBA rates so much that using AWD feels less like an option and more likely the only way to avoid getting fleeced. Now this might be tolerable if AWD actually worked. But this holiday season, AWD has been a complete disaster. When Q4 shipments ramped up, AWD capacity maxed out, and Amazon simply couldn't handle the load. They ran out of space, logistics fell apart, pickups were delayed or outright canceled, inventory wasn't getting transferred from AWD to FBA on time.
So a lot of people were complaining about that. A lot of people were complaining about the FBA shipments, long check-in times, or even checked in at all. A lot of people were getting lost shipments. I mean, I could see it being a disaster. And I only heard a few complaints, so I can imagine this gentleman probably had a lot more involvement.
And deliveries were stalled. I know so many sellers who got completely screwed. Missed pickups, canceled shipments, delayed deliveries, you name it. And just when things could not get worse, Amazon announced that they're raising AWD prices this year. Oh, and last week,
although I will say, I mean,
they also,
not that I'm looking, but you know, he's got the nipple shirt on. But hey, listen, he is wearing the V-neck. We are the V-neck gang. We like V-necks. I'm not wearing a V-neck right now, but we are V-neck gang. So that shirt is approved by the Hustleholics.
Announced that they're no longer reimbursing sellers the full retail price for inventory that they lose in their warehouses. Instead, they will only reimburse you with what Amazon determines is your true manufacturing cost.
Now that's fucking robbery right there. Have you guys heard about that? So they said that they'll reimburse you for what they think the market value of your item is. If that's not robbery, bro, like they're not gonna look at what you paid for it. They're gonna decide what they think market value is. It's robbery.
That does not account for freight forwarding, tariffs, or customs duties.
That's right.
So let's say a product you sell for $10 that costs you $2 to source gets lost in Amazon's warehouse. Amazon used to reimburse you the full $10 every time that they made a mistake and lost your product. But now, Amazon's not going to even reimburse you the $2 you spent to source the product. Effective in March, Amazon's only going to pay you back what it believes you paid to make the product minus any shipping fees from China and import duties that you've paid.
Fucking robbery, bro. Robbery.
So basically, you're going to take a loss every time Amazon screws up and loses your product. And here's the kicker. Both the price hike and their new reimbursement policy was announced right after Amazon claimed that there would be no new fee increases in 2025.
How convenient.
They flat out lied and are now charging more for a service that was an absolute train wreck this holiday season. And to top it off, 2024 saw the largest price increases Amazon has ever rolled out. Not just financially, but in terms of workload and complexity for sellers. It is becoming harder and harder to sell profitably on the platform without jumping through endless hoops.
It's so true.
By the way, if you're tired of getting screwed by Amazon, make sure you sign up for my free 6-day e-commerce.
Oh damn, he went there. Damn it. All right, we'll let him talk about it though. We like this guy. You know, he's shooting facts. We'll let him talk.
Mini course below on how to start your own profitable online store. It is 100% free, and I guarantee you'll learn a lot. Now, the second way Amazon is hurting sellers is through their lowest price enforcement policy.
This absolutely drives me crazy.
If your products are priced lower off Amazon than they are on Amazon, your listings on Amazon basically disappear. This is a huge problem for sellers because Amazon is where the majority of sales happen.
Do you guys understand what he just said? Did you get that? Listen again.
And I guarantee you'll learn a lot. Now, the second way Amazon is hurting sellers is through their lowest price enforcement policy. If your products are priced lower off Amazon than they are on Amazon, your listings on Amazon basically disappear.
Amazon's devil, bro. Amazon is now trying to control the way you price outside of Amazon so it doesn't affect your pricing on Amazon. That shit's wild, bro. That is absolutely wild.
This is a huge problem for sellers because Amazon is where the majority of sales happen. Amazon uses web crawlers to monitor pricing on sites like Walmart, Target, and eBay. And if they catch you selling for less elsewhere, your products get buried in the search results. This practice is one of the key reasons why the FTC has sued Amazon.
You hear that? You hear that, Walmart sellers? All you Walmart sellers out there? You hear that? Yeah. That's probably why you're having issues with Amazon sales. Possibly, right? Possibly.
But here's the strange part. For some reason, Amazon doesn't seem to enforce price checks on Temu, which ironically makes things even worse for sellers. Temu doesn't charge listing fees and keeps transaction fees ridiculously low for US sellers. And because of this, many sellers are listing the same products on both platforms, but at much lower prices on Temu. Now, as a shopper, why would you stick with Amazon when you can get the same exact products on Temu for much less? Take this floor mat. On Amazon, it's $40, but on Temu, it is only $1.
That shit's stupid, bro. Yo, if that doesn't scream child labor, $7, bro. That shit's wild. Anybody source from Temu?
Granted, selling on Temu has its own set of problems, but the point is that Amazon's policies and fees are artificially raising the price for consumers. And don't even get me started on Amazon's atrocious customer service for FBA sellers.
Horrible. Besides, because I just had really, really bad crypto.com service, Amazon service for sellers is absolute fucking hot, acidic, diarrhea, garbage, trash. It's just trash.
It is nearly impossible to get a human on the phone, and when you do, you're met with canned responses that rarely solve the problem.
Yep.
Take Amanda, one of my students from my Create a Profitable Online Store course. She designs her own custom party supplies and has gone above and beyond to register copyrights and trademarks for her top products. But despite owning the rights, she's constantly dealing with Chinese sellers filing false copyright infringement claims to take down her listings.
Yep.
Amazon's policy treats sellers as guilty until proven innocent, so every time this happens, Amanda is forced to fight back, and while she eventually clears her name, it costs her months of lost sales.
How many of you guys know somebody that's been deactivated, and then you have to try to prove why you shouldn't be deactivated? You're guilty until proven innocent in the Amazon world, and it's really sad.
Worse yet, the cycle never ends. It just keeps happening. Recently, an 8-figure Amazon seller named Molson Hart had 126 of his products taken down on Amazon last week for infringing on the trademark Viahart. But here's the thing. His company name is Viahart LLC. His seller name on Amazon is Viahart, and he owns the trademark Viahart, and it's in Amazon's brand registry.
That's crazy.
But when he complained to Amazon support, he received a canned response explaining that all products using the term Viahart would be suspended. Sure, Molson eventually got his listings back, but he lost tens of thousands of dollars in sales during the 48 hours he was suspended. Right over Black Friday and Cyber Monday, the biggest sales weekend of the year. Now for me, it's a different story, but just as frustrating. Almost every single year, one of our competitors buys out all of our inventory so we have nothing to sell during the holidays. And then, after the season is over, they return everything. Because of this,
that is just really dirty. That is so dirty, man. God has something for those people that do that.
we don't make any sales for that SKU during the most critical time of the year. And worse yet, we actually lose money after paying Amazon's FBA and return fees.
It's crazy.
To make matters worse, Amazon keeps piling on more and more promotions. It started with Black Friday, then came Prime Day, followed by multiple Prime Days. And this year, Cyber Weekend somehow...
So that's the thing too. A lot of people cheer like Prime Days and Cyber Days and all that shit. But it's just heavily discounted. And if your SKU is heavily discounted, you know, it's just, I don't know. It's just too much bullshit.
Stretched into a 12...
Jenny Gonzalez says, have you purchased anything from Temu? I have purchased from Temu. Like charging cords and little shit like that. I haven't made any big... I don't think I've purchased anything over $10 or $12 from Temu.
...day event. Every time Amazon runs a sale, sellers are forced to pay deal fees and slash their prices to participate.
Yep.
For example, to join a lightning deal, sellers must pay a flat fee ranging from $150 to several hundreds of dollars per product. If you want your products to be visible during Prime Day, you're required to meet strict pricing criteria, like offering a minimum discount off your regular price. Now, on the surface, this might seem great for consumers, but the reality is that sellers have to raise their prices during the rest of the year just to survive these deal days. And keep in mind, these sales often take place during peak shopping periods like Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And the result? All sticker prices on Amazon are completely fake, artificially inflated for most of the year to offset discounts during sale events. But the biggest way Amazon screws its sellers is by actively preventing you from building a strong brand presence. And they make it incredibly difficult for customers to find the brand that they're actually looking for. Take my store, Bumblebee Linens, as an example. If you search for it on Amazon, only 3 out of the top 10 results are my actual products. The rest are from competitor brands. And unless you're willing to shell out a lot of money, your competitors will always take up prime search real estate. Remember Viahart, the brand I mentioned earlier? Despite owning the trademark for their product Brain Flakes.
So I'll tell you something. I was actually looking to purchase something from Amazon as a consumer. And I typed in the brand because I only wanted to shop that brand. When I typed in the brand name in the search bar, only 2 items came up under that brand, and the rest were all third-party private label Chinese sellers. How do I know they're Chinese sellers? Because I looked at some of the sellers and what their info was. A lot of them were in China, Taiwan. I think one was in Singapore. I wanted to look at products only from that brand, but it only gave me 2. It was kind of frustrating to actually navigate as a consumer.
They don't even hold the coveted Amazon's Choice badge for their own brand. Instead, a Chinese knockoff owns it. How does Amazon even allow that to happen? Chances are, if you search for your own brand, or any brand for that matter, you'll see a flood of Chinese knockoff brands ranked ahead of you.
And it's crazy because these knockoff brands, they send IP complaints that are bogus, that are bullshit, and they've somehow, I don't know if it's just like a case of Amazon's too big to deal with the shit or what, but it's frustrating for sure.
But it gets even worse. Even if a customer manages to find your product, Amazon will often place ads for their own private label brands directly on your listing at a much cheaper price. Here's a picture of my friend's emu oil product in Amazon. And right smack in the middle of her listing is an ad for Amazon's own branded emu oil at 30% off. The ingredients are more or less the same, so guess what? Amazon is siphoning away sales from her listing, a listing that she paid Amazon for advertising.
And that's the thing too. That's crazy right there. That's even crazier than Amazon competing with us because we pay $40 to Amazon. That's just so crazy, man. I don't understand how they legally get away with that.
So where does this leave us? It's clear that Amazon has no loyalty to its sellers. They'll take your money, bury your brand, and even compete against you with their own products, all while pretending to be your partner. But here's the truth. Amazon doesn't need you. They built a machine that thrives on exploiting sellers, manipulating prices, and feeding consumers a false sense of savings.
Man, this guy has dropped bombshell after bombshell.
Double up.
I like this guy.
And as long as there's a steady stream of new sellers lining up, they will keep doing it. So if you're a seller, the message is clear. You can't rely on Amazon.
That's right.
It's time.
I've always said that. You cannot rely on Amazon the way they are.
To diversify, build your own audience, and take control of your business.
Yes.
Focus on creating a brand that people recognize off Amazon.
Yes.
Invest in your own website, email marketing, and direct customer relationships. Because at the end of the day, the only way to beat the system is to stop playing their game. If you found this video eye-opening, make sure to share it with other sellers who need to hear the truth. And together, we can help each other navigate these challenges and build businesses that aren't at the mercy of Amazon. Now that you understand what's going on with Amazon, make sure you watch this video here for more information on why Amazon sellers are leaving the platform in droves.
I like this guy, man. This guy gets a subscribe and he gets the bell notification set to all. I like this guy for sure. For sure, I like this guy, man.
Let's get money, motherfucker. Get money. Get money.